Yes, I'm already in Spain after spending 15 days back in my country, Cuba. This time I had to say goodbye differently, knowing I can see my family again, even though it's not easy. In this video, I'm going to tell you a little about how my last days were, my last impressions, and a bit about all the feelings I experienced having to leave my country for the second time. Hi, today is already my last day here in Matanzas. Well, look at what I'm eating. Here we call this pay. And the problem is that there is no bread. You can't find bread anywhere. We went out to several places here, near the neighborhood where I am, and there's no bread. I mean, literally there's no bread, none. We went to a place where there's almost always bread, and the only thing they had was this, which is like something like this. Like pork rinds or something. Even with money, you can't buy things because they're just not available. We looked for bread, but found none, so we needed something else for breakfast. We bought this, and it'll be my breakfast today. And that's why, when Cubans go to another country, we're amazed by the supermarkets, by the food. The food is what impresses us the most, especially all of us who leave. Look at what I'm having for breakfast. There's just nothing else. I had to visit my hometown, the little town where I was born, which is a really tiny town that nobody even remembers exists anymore, and as you can see, it's pretty empty. I recorded a bit poorly here, I'm not sure why, but this is the town's main street, and it's completely empty.
Anyway, I have family here, and what mattered most was spending time with them. My sisters and my dad, who lives in this town.
And that's what matters, just being with them. Hi, hello everyone, how are you? And welcome to my channel once again. In case you don't know me, I'm Anita Mateo, I'm Cuban and I live in Spain, but I'm visiting Cuba and I've made a series of videos here in Cuba for you. This will be my last video for now. Maybe I'll return to Cuba, but I have no plans yet. Now that I can travel, it's a complicated situation. Because honestly, the reality I've faced, and the one I've shown you throughout all these videos I've made about Cuba, I think, well, showing you is enough. But still, I want to now. Today is one of my last days here. I'm going back to Spain soon. And I wanted to make a summary and an analysis of everything I've found in Cuba and everything I've felt. Now that I'm leaving again and I'm going back to my current reality, I wanted to share some things that shocked me, which I didn't mention in my other video since that was at the beginning and this is at the end. After 15 days in Cuba, living the reality. Because here I am in my homes, right now, in my father's house. I've been in the homes of the people I've always been with. I always grew up seeing their reality, helping them as much as I can too. But no matter how much I try to help, the situation in the country is so terrible, it's so bad, it's so depressing that you don't know what to do. The only thing left for me to do is good, to keep helping them as long as I can, and hopefully one day this will change because honestly the living conditions in Cuba are shameful. If you're new here, I invite you to subscribe, give this little video a like, and that's it. Join me on this channel. Honestly, it motivates me when you join the channel, like it, and do those things so I can keep making videos. This trip to Cuba has honestly opened my eyes so much more. One of the things I want to talk about is how I need to be much more grateful. Now, my new reality, I escaped from that reality. My reality now is different, and I feel more grateful for my life than ever before. Sometimes in Spain, I encounter simple things and just say, sir. Back in Cuba, I had so many more problems, and people there have so many problems that it's like, what am I complaining about, you know? I've spent 15 days living the Cuban reality, and one of the things that hasn't changed in Cuba and has actually gotten worse is the issue of blackouts. As you've already seen on the channel, the blackouts continue. Right here where I am, the power goes out every 3 hours. It goes out for 3 hours, then we have 3 hours of electricity, and then 3 hours of blackouts again. And this is the reality in Cuba. Life in Cuba is entirely like this. Unfortunately, that's how it goes. In waiting and wasting your time in waiting for the power to come back, you're always waiting to see what's going to happen. Life boils down to this. It's like you spend the whole day waiting for the power to go out, waiting for the power to come back, trying to get things done as much as you can, always searching. What are you going to do to get food? What are you going to do to survive? There's nothing to eat. Literally, there's nothing to buy here. Even if you have money, there's nothing to buy. In some cities, like when I was in Santiago Espiritu with my mom, you can find a few things if you have a lot of money, but in this small town where I live, there's nothing to buy. There's nothing, not even bread. There's no bread because, and you say, well, buy bread. I mean, go look for it. I tell my dad, let's go look for bread. I have the money right here, but you can't even find bread with money. Life literally is just too complicated. Honestly, the first few days I was in Cuba, I was very depressed, very sad. As days passed, I began to calm down, surrounded by my loving family who made my days happier. But I keep going, I visit someone new, and they tell me about their problems and how the situation is, how they see it. I return and get depressed because everyone here is experiencing the same thing. There isn't a single person here who has a good quality of life, who lives well, who doesn't have any problems, who isn't thinking about what they're going to eat today. Everyone here thinks about that. That's how people live here, and well, that's it. I'm back in my small hometown, where few people remain, and I'll show you a bit of what it's like. All my friends and acquaintances have left the country. They're not here anymore. Here, I only have 1 or 2 family members left, but when you go out on the street, you don't see anyone anymore. You see everything like this, empty. The people you grew up with, studied with, they're not here anymore. Everyone left for the United States, Spain, or another country. And honestly, it's super depressing not knowing anyone, not having a friend to visit. I also have very few friends here, because all of Cuba has left. Practically the whole country has left. Those who stay often can't leave, since not everyone has the same opportunity. I came back to the small town where I was born and grew up for a few days. Then I'm heading to Matanzas and Havana. I'll document it for you. A little bit about how my last days here have been and how I've been feeling until I get back to Spain and return to my reality. Actually, here I am in the little town. Supposedly, this is the main street of the town. This is the main street, but no, there's no traffic at all. Everything is really empty. The police are on the corner. It's deserted. It's very sunny, and people here stay inside when it's sunny. Actually, I'm going to show you because look at this right here, next to my house, my father's house. It used to be my elementary school where I studied, and well, this is what's left of that school. You can see it there. The school doesn't exist anymore. They let it fall apart, and now it's gone. Like everything here, it's like everything that happens, everything gets destroyed, nothing gets fixed, and well, I don't know, everything will be destroyed at some point. I couldn't miss Varadero. On one of my last days, I visited what I consider one of the world's most beautiful beaches. Sitting here helps clear my mind. When I lived in Cuba, I often came here just to sit, watch the sea, and clear my thoughts. I came with my family, and we had a great time. They felt the water was cold, and it's funny because I felt it was so warm since I was already getting used to it. Like the water here in northern Spain, which is extremely cold. I swam at the beach without recording it. Later, my family joined me, but while I found the water warm, they thought it was cold. This was definitely one of the most special and enjoyable days for me. And well, here I am already packing my suitcase and backpack to go back. The suitcase is much emptier because there are a lot of clothes. And things that I brought there too, that I brought for myself in my suitcases. I left them with my sisters, so now I have my suitcase packed and also this backpack. I'm taking some things from Cuba to Spain. You might ask, what are you going to take from Cuba to Spain, Anita? Well, I'm going to take them. This, which is a peanut from here, from Cuba, I don't know. Hi, beautiful. Well, people, we Cubans love these peanuts, although I think maybe not. They don't really have very good quality. I don't like it very much. That's for the people over there, my friends and those from Cuba, and for my boyfriend who wanted it too. And, well, we're going to take those peanuts. I'm going to carry them in this backpack. I hope they don't take them away from me at the airport because since this is my first time traveling, I don't know if they're going to take something from me or not. I want them to take out some fruits, and I'm also taking this that I want to show you, which was given to me by a YouTuber from Santi Spiritu that I was collaborating with. Leia, look how beautiful it is. She made it herself because she has her own business called Alma Art. I'll leave the name here for you. And she made me this YouTube mug with my name on it, and she also gave me one for myself and another one for Claudia. Claudia Stumbles. Look how pretty it is, like a little bracelet and some earrings from Cuba. So, I'm taking these little souvenirs and a blouse she gave me, which I'll show you. Another girl with a small business gave it to me, and I packed it in my suitcase. Let me check if I can find it. Look at this beautiful, super summery blouse. I'll wear it a lot in Spain. Look how beautiful it is. She made it herself too as part of her business. It's Nani Crochet. I'm going to leave you the name here, and it's gorgeous. I tried it on and it fits me well. It looks super cute on me. So, all these little souvenirs, besides everything from the trip, being with my family and all that, well, I'm taking them with me to Spain. I loved my little cup. Let me finish getting dressed and packing my suitcases for today. Then I'm heading to Havana because I'm going to the airport. And honestly, I'm pretty nervous because, you know, my trauma and the dreams I have over there in Spain, it was like I couldn't leave. So let's see if that dream doesn't come true. I really hope it doesn't, I really do. And they say that when you tell your dream, it doesn't come true, so I've told everyone about it, so it won't happen. I left the day before flying to Havana because I have family in Havana, and I also wanted to be there with them to say goodbye. Here I was waiting for the bus that was going to take me to Havana, and well, the next day, it was time to leave again at the Havana airport. Well, just by seeing those hams, you can tell we're in Spain. I've already arrived at my second home. I'm happy and at the same time sad. I don't know how to explain it. My heart feels empty from leaving all the people I love in Cuba again. And now I'm going to miss them again, but at the same time I'm happy because I'm back in Spain. Already in a country that I adore, that in the end is a country that is now my home. Well, already a country. I'm free, where I've had thousands of opportunities and I'm happy to be here. But it's a strange feeling because I do feel kind of empty. Just like for my mom, my siblings, my dad, my friends. I don't know, I wish they were here or could come visit too. Well, I'm already at my apartment in my building. I'm going up. I just got here and I want to record Phoebe's reaction when she sees me because, I mean, oh, it's so dark. Wait. Phoebe has been really missing me. It's been days since she saw me and I've been told that every time she missed me, so let's record her reaction. Here's the door. With her mom? Yes. Oh my God, sir. Mommy, did you miss me? You're smelling the shoes and the scents from Cuba, huh? Oh, she's really smelling me. For you to fly to Cuba? The people over there, do you miss them too, Mom? And here I am, back to a routine, a normal day in my life. I get up, make myself breakfast. I'm even going to the gym. Today especially, well, I had plans with my friends, which is something I'm really grateful for, having that company here. So come with me and let's finish up. And well, I'm already at home. It's strange because this is my home. Spain is my home, but my heart is still in Cuba. It's like I'm recording this, at the end of this video, many days after I arrived because I just hadn't found the motivation. I've been super unmotivated to record and to talk about this part of the video because I came back from Cuba feeling pretty sad. Well, I've been pretty busy editing all the content I had recorded and everything. But honestly, I really didn't feel like recording this goodbye for you and telling you how I really feel after leaving again. And well, I'm going to take you with me to tell you about it. But let's go somewhere else, somewhere more relaxed. One thing I really enjoy about Spain is its landscapes and doing lots of outdoor activities. We came to a place called Fragas de Gum, which is like a nature reserve here in Galicia. And so I decided to finish the video here with you. And well, we're here in a really beautiful place called Fragas de Gum, which is like a nature reserve or something like that. Ty and I are like explorers. Ty also recently went to Cuba, which you probably saw at the supermarket.
The video proves we're alive, unless we somehow get kidnapped in the forest.
How did you feel the first time you visited Cuba, especially since your family was still there and you returned home? You've been there several times, but how was that first experience?
It's just a really strange feeling because we always say it, but that's really how it feels. Do you miss your home, but not that home anymore? You miss your home here. And I would say, wow, how much I miss Tenerife, because back then I lived in Tenerife, and I would say, I miss Tenerife so much. You know, my little house?
But when you looked, didn't you miss it again there too? Like you felt divided between both places?
I've always been criticized for that, but I've never had it. Gorion?
Have you had it? No, I've never had it. Well, you see, we're all different, and I think that to really understand how Cubans feel, it would be better understood by Cubans themselves. Sometimes we don't want to leave. Many people don't want to go or be separated from family, but circumstances force them. I like it. I'm very family-oriented and enjoy being close to my family. When I returned, I felt really sad at first. But if you didn't want to live there, why did you leave? And why did you come back? Why did you want to?
They don't understand the family aspect. They only see the financial side, they only see the politics, and they don't really see the family aspect.
As long as my family is there, I'll keep going. When I arrived, I was sad and wished I could have stayed longer those first days. I came back and I felt kind of divided, like I was here, but my heart and my mind were still there. Because deep down, I want to be with my family.
Maybe I was so focused on bringing my family here that I didn't consider we'd be separated. I just assumed they'd come soon.
It still took a while for them to arrive. Things didn't go as planned, since you can't control that or know for sure. My family is huge and I can't bring everyone at once. It'll have to be little by little, which will take time and be slow. I don't know. I felt really sad and I'm leaving now. It took time to recover and returning to my routine was hard because I kept thinking about everything over there. Seeing how bad things were, like I showed you in all of these.
Which really makes me laugh. For example, you went back to Cuba after being here just a year. And let me tell you something. Imagine you've been here less than a year, just 3 months, and you go back and find everything is worse. And that's something people don't understand. But how is it possible if you left just a year ago? How is it possible that everything is worse? Yes, yes, yes. And now you're going to go, for example, now you're going to go again and everything will be even worse than how you left it that year.
Isn't inflation already higher since I left? Everything costs more and my mom says things have changed. You left a month ago, you've been in Spain for a month, it's already been a month, everything changed again. Is that right? Nothing has been easy for me. It was hard to laugh and even harder to get back into my routine, work, emails, and backlog, because in Cuba, I barely had internet for these things. And, well, that's it. It's been pretty hard, but I have to focus on the fact that my life is here, you know?
I can't be thinking about over there either. I have to be thinking that my life is here, that I have to move forward here, because in the end, to help them,
my future is here, and to help my family, I must move forward here and not think about elsewhere. And when am I going to go back? Because I miss them. It's complicated, honestly, and it makes me laugh a lot. Because, well, as a result of the videos about Cuba, the comments have been really varied. The good thing is that I don't pay attention to people, I just live my life and share my life. I'm in a free country and I decide to do whatever I want. And if I want to go to Cuba, I'm not going to go as long as my family is there.
It's just that, besides, people don't understand that we're not going to promote absolutely anything. Of course, you don't go to a hotel, it's just that if you think like those influencers, like those Spaniards who went, you go to a 5-star hotel and you just stay there. For a week, they rent their little state tourism car and go live the high life in Cuba, right, sir? You go with your family to be at home, to feel that warmth, of course, that family warmth, the family you haven't felt in a while, of course. And besides, nobody can...
No, I read the comments, but I don't pay attention. I'll visit Cuba as often as I want.
That I could go tomorrow. What if I go tomorrow? The other one?
Of course, it's complicated too, because making these videos talking about Cuba, well, you have to be very careful. Everyone knows that. But as long as you're at peace, at home with your family, that's what I want, to be with my family, because that's what really matters in the end. And I'm free to decide what I do or what I don't do, and that's something people criticize a lot. But if you left, why do you come back? People should focus more on their lives instead of watching so many videos. I went to Cuba and shared my experiences with you, but I didn't go there just to create content. That's not true in Spain. I get great views in Spain. My videos there have many views and people want to see more Spain videos. And well, I just share my daily life and things I want to share because this is my channel. And that's it. These are things that need to be clarified because people criticize a lot. They haven't figured out their own lives, but they want to fix yours. And that's it. I'm glad to be home in this beautiful setting on these lovely days. Although I'm a bit lonelier without my family, I try to enjoy it. Although, well, I have a lot of special people here with me, an amazing family of friends, so I'm not completely alone. But you always have that feeling that the important people are a little far away. I'm so grateful for my friends here. They help me through tough days and make everything better. Bye.